Greetings all, Blue Knight. Welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we went back to the sealed temple to go through the gate of time and finally reunite with Zelda. Only to find out that our role in this destiny is not done yet. Today, we'll be heading back to Skyloft to search, or at least begin our search for the Triforce now that we have the mark of the symbol completely bared in our hand. Also, I haven't had a chance to show this off yet because we got this last episode, but we also got the Master Sword. I know we already got it before, but it's actually not what you think, because if we go to the gear screen, it's now the true Master Sword. The sword blessed by the goddess herself can only be wielded by the hero of legend. In other words, we've got the real thing, and I have been waiting so long for this. If there's one moment I always anticipate in any Zelda game, is that if we get the Master Sword, or whatever the best sword uh, in the game it is. So I've been really waiting for this moment. It's probably because I just like the Master Sword's design and color scheme in general, so that's probably why I do like it that much. I've always admired it ever since I was a little kid. This was at a time, even at a time when I wasn't as big of a Zelda fan as I was now. So I've been eagerly waiting to get this sword, and I'm finally glad that we have it. As you just saw with those blue accomplishments, it can deal even more damage now than what we have with our regular goddess sword to begin with. So pretty much anything that's probably Bacommon level, it's no match for us at this point. We could probably take it down like 1 or 2 strikes at best. Though I might be lowballing that guess a little bit. Also, we charge up for Skyward Strike. Look how fast it can charge up now. That's another great benefit to upgrade our sword. So now we don't have to waste a lot of time trying to charge it up anymore. Alright, so now we're back in Skyloft. I am trying to decide where we have to go to start a little quest. I wanted to talk to anyone around town. What do you have to say? See those 3 troublemakers around here recently? He's talking about Groose and his gang. Nothing there. I have a feeling we might have to go back to the Night Academy and talk to the headmaster again. So I'm gonna go there and see if that's true. Aha, I was right. He does have a bubble over his head.
Hey.
Ah, hello, Link. Have you heard anything more about my daughter? What is it? If you know anything at all, I urge you to share it with me. You want me to tell, but you can't? I understand. I'm sure you have good reason for keeping quiet. Link, I've been doing some thinking since we last spoke. You've had this destiny thrust upon you without warning, or choice for that matter, but I wish to help you as best as I can. I'm getting older and I lack the vigor of youth, but even old men have ways of being useful too. I wish to share as much of my knowledge with you as I can. If you have any question at all about Skyloft or its history, I'll be glad to tell you all that I know. It's funny you mention that, Headmaster. What I know of the Triforce? Link, where did you hear that word? It's true that the ancient texts make several mentions of the Triforce within their pages. Unfortunately, the actual location of the Triforce isn't illuminated in any of those tomes. Its whereabouts are lost to history. Sorry, Link, it shames me to say, but my knowledge is of little use on this subject. Anything else to say? Do I know anyone else who might know more about the Triforce? Within Skyloft? No, I doubt anyone else in town would know much about a subject as ancient and archaic as that.
Hey.
Ah, you said the same thing as before. Okay, so maybe we'll walk away.
Hey.
Yeah, I thought he'd say something else. Though there is one whose vast knowledge may be of use. Surely you're familiar with Levias, the great sky spirit who has guarded our realms for ages. Levias has served as the protector of our skies for a long time, and his knowledge of our world is encyclopedic, to put it mildly. If anyone in the entirety of Skyward and beyond know where to know about the Triforce, it would be him. Yes, I feared that it might be your next question. About that, I imagine in your travels you've taken notice of the tremendous thunderhead that suddenly appeared in our skies. Recently I've heard rumors suggesting that Levias is trapped inside that massive cloud. I've asked Instructor Owlin to look into this troubling cloud in order to determine if there's any truth in these rumors. I had meant to inquire about his findings earlier, but completely forgot about it after Zelda went missing. Instructor Owlin can fill me in on the details later, so why don't you go speak with him yourself and see what his investigation has revealed. I think we know what you mean by you being worried about Zelda, Mr. Being in the bathtub at night, you. Yeah, I know your secrets. You cannot fool me. You're about just as bad as you are in owl form, I swear. I might be going a bit too far on that, but seriously, what kind of a father is he to spend night after night in the spa, just washing all his troubles away without a care in the world about Zelda? I mean, come on. Even for the headmaster, that's really low. Actually, it should be especially low because of his role in the Night Academy. Ah, Link, how goes your search for Zelda? Have you found her yet? Have you found her yet? Sorry about that. What? Levias? Ah, so you've been talking to the headmaster, I take it. If I'm correct, Levias is the one inside the Thunderhead, but that's not the Levias that we all know. That's a monster! It certainly looks like Levias, but last time I approached him, he came rushing at me, and his eyes, they were full of malice. People change, or old Wyson creatures change, rather. Perhaps it's more that he is possessed by something. That's how it felt to me. What? You want to talk to Levias? That's impossible. I don't think Levias is capable of listening, not in his current state, no. And even if you were to get close enough to talk to him, it will likely end up you getting brushed aside and sent flying to your death in a sea of clouds. What? You're still planning on going? I see. It's because you need to find Zelda. I understand. I get the feeling nothing I could say would talk you out of it. Hey, I have an idea. Come with me.
Hey!
Levias is inside the Thunderhead. He's been acting so strangely, like something has possessed him. If we can somehow free him from whatever it is that has a hold over him, there's a chance that he will return to his senses. Listen well, Lake, because I'm about to teach you a very powerful bird riding technique. It's called the Spiral Charge. Using the Spiral Charge, you can rid Levias of the blight that has hold of him. The technique is quite easy to perform. All you have to do is press A. However, the acceleration effect lasts longer than any other attack moves you've used so far. Maintaining stable flight can be tricky. This is a technique that only Senior Knight Academy students who have mastered high-level flight skills are allowed to perform. It's still a bit too early for you, but this is an extraordinary circumstance, so I'll make an exception this time. However, I will test you. First, dive on this platform and call your bird. Let's do just that. Call on Crimson Loftwing and begin this unnecessary test, being honest. It's kind of in a rush at this point. I mean, we gotta go talk to Levias. Listen up, Blake. I taught your Loftwing to perform a spiral charge when you press A. How'd you do that? Press A to spiral charge and break the 10 targets placed around the floating boulders up ahead. If you can destroy the 10 targets in under 120 seconds, I will recognize you as a skilled bird rider. This is not the time nor the place for this kind of shenanigans, mister. Well, we have to progress any further in the story, we have to do this. And we got 2 minutes, that's plenty of time. So, it's just as simple as it sounds. Hit A and now your Loftwing will do a spiral charge. It's pretty much a more offensive-based dash attack. And you do go a bit faster when you use it as well. You still have to use it 3 times before it refreshes. So this is completely unnecessary because, like I said, we're kind of in a rush, but I guess you want to test our skills. But we've been kind of riding the loft wing all around Skyloft at this point. So really, there is no reasoning for us to do this. But I guess he wants to show that we're worthy of his technique or such. I don't know. This is just the first bit of padding that we're going through this entire game, in my opinion. And it is not good. But then again, padding is never really recognized as a good thing. Unless you really don't mind it. Here's another one. Spiral charge there. We can spiral charge this one. Nope, don't have enough speed yet. Let's build it up. I'm just gonna ignore that one actually. Way out of range. I think a lot longer than I usually do. Another one. And I got the Gwei as well, nice. Too bad I'll get 80 rupees out of it, but oh well. And there's the last one, I hit that other Gwei too. I hit the Gwei rather than the target, but I guess it counts regardless. I'll take it. Oh, you managed to destroy the 10 targets within the time limit. As you should be surprised about that, mister. We've kind of been running around Skyloft with our lofting at this point. We might be a little experienced about that. You are henceforth permitted to use the spiral charge attack as a qualified bird rider. Gee, thanks. I need your permission for that. The next thing we have to address is how to go about finding Levias. Maybe the owner of the Lumpy Pumpkin might know something. Every year he makes an offering of his pumpkin soup for Levias. Go to the Lumpy Pumpkin and ask him what he knows. I don't understand why we could have done that while we were still running our loft wing. He could just shout it to us like he did when we were learning the spiral charge and do that test. But in any case, we gotta go to the Lumpy Pumpkin as he says. So, I'm gonna meet you there. Back at the Lumpy Pumpkin, and this conveniently placed basin was not here before, but let's talk to the owner and see what's up about that. What's the matter? You look like you got something mighty serious on your mind. Levias? Well, what about him? Sure, I know Levias well, but I wasn't aware anything was wrong. Every year I offer him an entire basin full of my pumpkin soup. But lately a huge thundercloud has been brewing there, and I haven't made this year's offering. I tell you, I feel horrible about it.
No.
You say you'll deliver a pot of my soup to Levias? Huh. I don't know how you plan to fly that into the huge thunderhead brewing out there, but if that's the case, I'm going to do everything I can to make Levias the best batch of pumpkin soup ever. Or just soup. You wait right here. I'm getting inspired to fire up some soup like I've never souped before. Voila! Here it is. I've been cooking this stuff for well over 10 years, and I have to say, this is the best batch of pumpkin soup I have ever created. Master, I will signal for the robot. Miss Fi, I'm here! How'd you even get in there? Did he bust through the wall or the roof or something? I hope he does it, because I don't want to do any more labor work just to pay off any more damages. Oh, this is another heavy load. But don't worry, I can carry anything. I'll be waiting outside. I can take you wherever you need to go as soon as you're ready. The place where I offer soup to Levias is inside the Thunderhead Cloud, on an island with an everlasting rainbow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. Good luck! Okay, I got a little suspicious about this. I saw a bunch of blessed butterflies around, and I figured as much. There was another gossip stone here. I wonder what he has to say before I take off back to the Thunderhead. Apparently, if you draw a symbol of money on certain walls, okay, it's just about the gods' walls. That's nothing special, or nothing new. It's a waste of time. Okay, we're back to the Thunderhead, and I can see the Rainbow Island from here. It's pretty hard to miss, because, well, I don't think the obvious rainbow gave it away, but, you know, it's just there when you first enter the Thunderhead, so it's pretty hard to miss. Let's fly over it, and then dive down onto it. Closer, that should be good enough. Yep, right on target. Just point my Wiimote down. Don't want to miss the little island though. There we go. And I'm loading this cargo of pumpkin soup here. You picked an odd place for soup delivery. Feels dangerous. Since something could jump out at us at any moment, hungry for soup. A robot. I'm out of here. See you around. Finally meet the great spirit of the skies, Levias. But true to what we've heard, he doesn't seem like his usual self, if the red eyes and the other tentacle-like eyes aren't any big indication. So what we have to do is to attack those eyes with our new spiral charge. Can't get close to it though first. That's the hard part in my opinion. Getting close to those eyes. Just gotta worry about those flying caterpillar things. I completely forgot the name about those guys, so I apologize for that. They're not really our main concern here. As I say that, one of them attacked us. And that's you. You have to die. Pay for your sins, mister. As you saw, I actually bumped into Levias after I got hit, so be careful not to be too close to this great flying whale thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is, but based on what I researched online, I think it is supposed to be based on a whale. Go back around. I thought there were 5 of them. Were there only 4 to begin with? Maybe I'll just see things. See things because I'm attacking the eyes. That's kind of funny. Stupid jump aside. Attack that. Oh, I got that flying caterpillar and the eye at the same time. Cool. I'll take that as a payback for what happened earlier. That should be close enough. There we go. Okay, that was the easy part. Now we gotta land on Levias and deal with this Cyclops-like creature. First, gotta find out where Levias is, because that cutscene kind of took us away from it a little bit. Couple spiral charges, and we should be close enough. And dive down. That should be good. Yep, it is. We should have dived down even faster just in case. And there we go. And now we get to the root of this little pest that's been bothering this great spirit. The ocular parasite, Bilocyte. And once again, we have a boss that has this eye as its weak point, or at least some sort of circular form. Okay, so wait, can I actually get some information on it first? The species of parasite is currently attached to Levias. It is known for its enormous optical structure. This horrifying life form utterly controls the mind and body of its host. And that's all the information you get. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but throughout the fight, whenever you go to a different phase against the boss, then I will tell you more about the changed conditions. So that's why she always says this is all the information you give you at this time if you ever encounter that prompt, because you don't have enough information revealed yet to her. So swipe those two those boogers. Bile, I guess I'll just call it bile, since Bilocyte bile kind of makes sense to me. Once you shoot those three bile back at him, then you can slash his eye. As if that wasn't a big indication about what its weak point is, because we kind of encounter a lot of bosses that have a singular weak point at this portion of the game. So, hit the two ball back on his earwig things, I don't know what it is, and then slash another one to his eye, and then the same cycle. Yeah, this boss fight isn't that easy. It's probably one of the more easier fights in the game, but then again, a lot of the fights in this game are pretty dang easy, so it's kind of hard to judge who's very low on the boss totem pole in this game, so to speak. Come on, don't you have any other things you could do? I know you have another phase. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm trying to dodge out the third cycle. Oh, it's actually still setting up. Okay, so hitting the direction it's gonna lead at. You're gonna go down to the third time. You went left all 3 times. That somehow missed. I have no idea how that missed him. That was going left again, but seriously, that second to last one, that should not have missed Philo Sight. It feels like a hair away from it. Hit it again. Come on, go down, why don't you? Jeez. There's a lot more stubborn than I remember him. He was going right that time. I'm used to going left. There we go. Still standing. This is going a lot longer than I should, honestly. Then again, I could have been remembering this wrong, and just as I say that, the boss is done. I have a really bad habit of doing that. I think it's safe to say Levi's is all cured. I'm just speculating. Tell me, boy, was it you who brought me that most delectable cauldron of pumpkin soup? I must apologize for my earlier behavior. The most peculiar and irksome pest possessed me. I was not myself, clearly. But that business is done with now. The delicious aroma of that soup has restored me to my senses. I am the great spirit they call Levias. Before she passed on from this world so long ago, the goddess Hylia appointed me as warden of the skies. And what do they call you, boy? Ah, Lake is it? A rather pleasing name, that. Your parents clearly have excellent tastes in names. You carry a curious sword, boy. And I sense a silent power dwelling somewhere within that little frame. Ah, I see it now, Lake. You're the goddess' chosen hero. How interesting. I assume you've come here to learn of what I know of the Triforce. As I suspected. Listen closely and I will tell you. As you likely know long ago, an evil force attempted to take control of the Triforce for his own. The goddess did everything in her power to prevent it from falling into his hands. For the safety of all things, she hid the Triforce somewhere within the rock you call Skyloft. However, its location has been kept secret. Even if I do not know where it rests now, but the goddess didn't trust me with a hint as to the Triforce's location. The clues in a song meant only to be played on the harp you hold. It is known as the Song of the Hero. The song is the key to revealing the secret location of the Triforce. The goddess split this song into 4 parts. She entrusted one part to me, and the other 3 to the dragons of the land. You must gather each of the parts of the Song of the Hero, seek out the dragons, and convince them to teach you their parts. When they've taught you what they know, come to me, and I will complete the song on my own voice. Why can't you give it to us right now? The dragons can be found in Farron Woods, Elder Volcano, and Lanayru Desert. Go on then. Find the dragons you now seek. Yep, this is the padding I was mentioning about a video or 2 back. we have to go back to each region to find that region's dragon so we can get this part of the Song of the Hero. This is panic at its worst, people. Even I do not like this, like I stated before. Like I said, it feels like we're retreading old ground. That's a problem because we are retreading old ground. We have to go back to each region to find this Song of the Hero, or each portion of it. And I'm not sure why Levias doesn't let us know about his portion a lot sooner. I mean, come on, we're right here. We might as well just uh, show us or sing it to us right now. Just being very inconvenient. But enough lying aside, we're gonna stop here for today because we accomplished quite a lot. So next time on Skyward Sword, we'll take care of a little side business. You know, go after some goddess chests, maybe take care of some gratitude crystal quest or two along the way, maybe find a heart piece, never know. We'll do all that before we head back to each region and collect this Song of the Hero, or at least each portion of it. Until we meet again, everyone, farewell for now.